Okay, so we're at 39, and book 39 in the series is How I Got My Shrunken Head. So this one feels like Arlstein wanted to write a straight up adventure novel. This one feels like, he watched a lot of like adventure movies like Jumanji or Goonies or anything like that. One of those fun, adventurous 80s, 90s kids movies. And he was like, I want to write a story like that. That's what this feels like. This one is weird. It's about a kid who, his aunt, who has been out of the picture for a long time, exploring jungles in Africa and South America, suddenly comes to his house and gives him a magical shrunken head. And he's really good at this computer game called Jungle Adventure or something like that. And he actually goes to the jungle, finds out that his aunt is being held captive by some associates of hers, and they're trying to weasel out information from her. His shrunken head actually has magical properties that allow him to maneuver through the jungle unscathed. And he finds out that the magical properties of the head are very much akin to Jungle Adventure. Convenience. And it's just all over the fucking place. It's weird. Like, I won't say things come out of left field because they're set up early in the story. Like, it sets up that he's good at this game where, you can swing vines and dodge cheetahs or whatever, and the magical shrunken head gives him these things later, and it's like how he describes the jungle game early. So, while that's a huge amount of plot convenience, it doesn't come out of nowhere. It doesn't be like, well, and then this happens, and then this happens. And then... It's more like, you remember that thing set up early in the story? Here it comes into effect. So, I mean, it's not badly written. It's just a very bizarre story. These last two, Snowman and Shrunken, have been really strange. And in this point in the series, I mean, it's kind of later in. I think Stein was kind of getting more like, I want to get out of like horror tropes and scary stuff and get more into kind of adventurous, fun stuff. That's kind of what these books and later ones feel like. And there's ones later on that I'll get to that kind of reinforce that idea. So, yeah. So, I mean, it's pretty much my thoughts on how I got my shrunken head. But if you're reading through the series, I would definitely give it a read. This is actually one I've read more times than most of these. It's very entertaining. And I love that cover art. It's actually, true story, this is actually one of the earliest Goosebumps books I read when I was a kid. When I was still getting into the series and before I read them a lot. This was one of the first. And I really like gravitating to that cover art. Because that just is a really weird, bizarre, surreal picture. And that dragged me in, and the story itself was entertaining, and that kept my interest. And even as an adult, this is one I've gone back to more than once and enjoy. So, take that for what you want. But anyways, that's how I got my shrunken head. I don't know what to say, except it's good, it's fun, it's odd. Definitely read it. And I'll be back with the next Goosebumps vlog, hopefully soon. So, catch you later. Bye.